Hi guys, this is my Pokemon Firered playthrough, part 1, yeah. So, I decided randomly I wanted to do these, and they sounded kind of fun, so why not? Maybe earn me some subscribers and whatnot. So, I do speed up like most of this stuff, so don't worry, it's not slow as crap, like most playthroughs and stuff. So, this is this beginning stuff, and nobody actually likes the beginning stuff, but I mean, this is a remake of the first game, but pretty sure anybody who plays Pokemon knows how to play. But whatever, we won't question them. So we start with the name. I do edit out the name part because it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to name it. Either that or I just wasn't paying attention, I don't know. So we name him Faggot because Gary Oak is a fag. So why not? So apparently I'm going on a Pokemon adventure when they haven't even brought that up yet. So I accidentally played with the NES thing, but no one really cares. And I accidentally clicked that help thing, and I'm like, what the hell did I do? And I'm like, oh, the help thing. The only reason I click is because like in Heart Gold and Black and White, that's where I have the menu assigned or whatever. So I'm trying to look at the pokes, or not the pokes, but look at the options to change that to fast and change this thing to blue. So why not? So I wonder if they got that potion thing because most people forget it, and I wanted to show you guys that I'm smart. So I talked to this bitch who should be making me a sandwich, but I guess she doesn't want to. I have to force her in a minute. So we walk up here because I want to catch me a Pokemon, but this guy's like, hey, wait, give you a Pokemon. So I'm like, okay, let's go find this place. So we're walking back to his lab place, and yeah. So we walk up here, and I see this other kid's here, so I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one getting raped, getting a Pokemon, so cool story, broski. So he only has 3 Pokemon left, but he's willing to give them away for whatever reason. So, sorry if I have to talk low because my uncle's asleep in the next room, and I don't want to wake him. So we're going to get a Bulbasaur? No, because it's a retarded tree thing. We're going to get this lizard guy? No. I just said we're not going to get this lizard guy. So then we see this turtle guy, and I'm like, oh, this is such a cool turtle thing. So I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to take this Squirtle guy. So I decided to name him Squirt because Squirt is a cool name. So he takes this Bulbasaur looking creature, and I'm like, why would you take the Bulbasaur? The Bulbasaur looks gay. But I won't question him yet. So this guy wants to battle, and I'm like, okay. So I'll pwn you real quick. So he has this Bulbasaur guy, and I'm like, oh, my Squirtle can totally take you. So right off the bat, he tackles me for 4 damage, but what? Sure. So it looks like my tackles are doing more than his tackles, but turns out my turtle is one slow motherfucker and cannot outspeed that grass thing. So yeah, he's explaining to me all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to be the champion. You don't have to explain this. So we walk back out here, and I'm like, okay, so now I guess we'll just go to the next city. So yeah. So I run into that tree for a little while, because that tree looked very interesting. So I walk up here and talk to this guy, but he keeps running away from me, but okay. So I want to get this potion thing, so I'm like, alright, why aren't you in the Pokemon Smart thing? I have no idea. So we run into this Rattata, and I'm like, oh god, it's a Rattata. But we're just going to be able to 2-hit KO it with a tackle, which is pretty cool, not going to lie. So we walk up through here, and we run into another Rattata. So this one's the same level, and I'm like, oh cool, we can 2-hit KO this one too, but we don't. So whatever. So I just 3-hit KO him with tackle. We almost get to level 7, but he just wants to deprive me of those couple experience points I could use. But whatever. So I decided not to heal and just go straight to the Pokemon, because I want to buy some stuff. But the second we get in here, this guy wants me to go back to Pallet Town and give this faggot, Professor Oak, his parcel, and I'm like, why can't he come get it? But whatever, Professor Oak will probably be up here later wondering where it went, but whatever. So I just hop down this ledge, and I do know I can jump down the ledges and stuff, but thought I would get in some training because I'm going to do it anyway. So So we run into another Rattata. I'm like, God, where's all the Pidgeys and stuff, you know? I mean, Pidgeys are cool and all, but I guess they just want to show us the Rattatas. So we get up to level 7. I'm like, whoa, we learned a bubble attack. I'm like, how does a bubble hurt? I mean, I used to blow bubbles in the backyard and never hurt anybody. So apparently you can knock the crap out of Rattatas and stuff. But whatever. So we get back to this lab place and alright, so I see these two laptop-looking things back there on the table, but I guess we're supposed to carry them around in our backpacks, but they don't even fit in there. So I'm like, okay then. So Faggot comes along, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? This is my adventure. So he picks up those two laptop things. I'm like, dude, you may want to watch out. Those things look heavy. So he picks them both up with no problem whatsoever, and he gives us Pokedexes. I'm like, dude, they just disappeared. Where are they? I mean, they don't even look like they would fit in our backpacks, and Gary Faggot doesn't even have a backpack. So I guess he just shoves that Pokédex up his ass, and it's like, okay, let's roll. So I'm like, so, you gonna give me that Charmander? He's like, no, and I'm like, oh. So he tells me not to come back to his house, but I'm like, okay, I'll go rape your sister then. So, why not go rape his sister? So, let's walk up into here. So, okay, we talk to her, and I'm like, okay, give me sex. But she's like, oh, Professor Oak is so lazy, here's a town map. And I'm like, what? Where's my sex? So I just leave disappointed. So, why not? Now we go up to the other place, and we run into another Rattata. I'm like, God, I want to catch a new Pokemon. Why are they running into Rattatas? Rattata's cool and all, but I thought I'd kill it with some bubbles. It's not what I wanted for this playthrough. And yes, I am going to be raising 6 Pokemons. And, yeah. So we will be catching our next Pokemon. So we will be catching our next Pokemon in this episode thing. So I tackled a Pidgey, and I tackled the Pidgey again. And what's this? We're gonna catch a Pidgey. Yes, I will be using him. He's my second member of the team. And yeah, so I edited out where I name him because it took me a while to think of a name. So I thought that was a pretty cool nickname. I shit on car. Wanted to be I shit on cars, but it didn't fit. So we run into another Pidgey, and I'm like, oh, this one's a higher level Pidgey. But it's like, whatever. So I just run because those tackles were starting to do a lot, and I would have lost on the next turn. Well, not lost, but my Pidgey couldn't take out that Pidgey, so I would have lost anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and heal, and that will be the end of our first part. You guys just go ahead and comment, rate, subscribe, and it'd be really cool if you guys subscribe to me, because I only have 2 right now, and I do remember my long-term subscribers. So, so I just wish him up to the thing. So, I'm just sitting here, right? Later, guys. Do all the things I said.